Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Crispy Kareem, and I want to talk to you about this whole security ID social media thing that's been a hot topic in the UK this week, and I had some of my thoughts on it. I've had quite a few things to say, and this is going to be quite an improvised video, as will all my videos be. Um, and but I've picked up a few figures and facts from this one of my mutuals on Twitter, and I think they're worth discussing. Um, so, and I just want to explain the background that precedes it for any of the non-UK viewers that may happen to stumble upon this channel by some misfortune. So during last week's final, Italy between England, during the penalties after there was a tie between the two, Italy won, and the three footballers that missed the penalty were all black, and unfortunately they had a lot of disgusting racist abuse hurled at them by their fans both online and possibly in real life. Like we all know about the Marcus Rashford mural that got defaced, and it was really unfortunate. And a lot of people suggested that in order to prevent racism and in order to incentivize racism online, we would have IDs attached to every single social media profile to help identify the racists, which we've done before without identification, um, and we will continue to do if this thing does not get through. So this whole ID thing is so problematic because we already have forms of securitization anyway. I mean, we have the whole um, policing and protesting bill that Priti Patel wants to bring forward, and we have Prevent, and we have higher rates of police stoppings, people being stopped by the police for black people. I'm not pointing at myself as a black person because I'm not black. Um, but I this is just making it worse, and it's making it seem like the general British public want that, and that's a scary thing for when you're worried about being securitized, because it's just really terrifying to think about that you're gonna have every single social media post you're gonna have is gonna have any kind of thing, your real details attached to it. What else would it have other than my name? Would it have where I work? Would it have my phone number, my address? I mean, I don't know what's going to be on it. And the thing is, anyone can say they're offended at something and use that ID to put that person in danger, whether it's something pro-Palestine or any anti-racism thing that someone might say, well, this offends me, or any other kind of thing that doesn't warrant a sort of angry response, but can get an angry collective response from those people, and you're putting more people in danger than you're saving. And, you know, any of the black people you think you're protecting with this law are actually now more in danger because of the harassment they receive from the racists, and they can now possibly bring that to real life and bring further damaging consequences to those black people. And the more securitization is not a solution to racism. And I'm saying this as someone who has been indirectly affected by Prevent, and as someone who's known other people who have been heard many stories of people, including some I know, being negatively affected by Prevent. It's really horrible, and it just messes with your life. And I find it really worrying that the British public appears to be approving of this. And so the figures I have are that, number one, a YouGov poll was conducted. Now, admittedly, only 3,000 people did this, and YouGov polls are not always reflective of what people want or what people think. But what it said was that 78% of people think that all people should disclose their ID when creating a social media account, and 37% of people think that it should be on display on your profile. Now, and only 11% actually think it's not needed, and that's really worrying. And I'm gonna put a link to the study in the description box. And it's important to note that they do note the trends. So the people who most favor the um this the ID on social media are older people who generally don't use social media or don't have to face the consequences of poor social media decisions. Conservative voters and Brexit voters. And that kind of tells you about who's really going to lose out from this. And the other number I think is important to say is I went out and looked for the Parliament petition that calls to make ID a mandatory thing when making social media accounts, and it got nearly 700,000 signatures. And I just find it insane that so many people in the UK just want to be surveilled with no issue or opposition to it. Um, I mean, I guess the YouGov poll isn't as worrying, but 700,000 followers, nearly 700,000 signatures is a lot. And that's pretty scary. And I don't know what's going to happen with that in the future, but I find this really annoying because I feel like this is a kind of discourse that mainly centers around white people and is by white people, because I'm not going to generalize because I don't want to get like an angry backlash of reverse racism so that you can hope you can find my ID and then throw a brick through the windows of my house. But I feel like a lot of white people tend to fall into the two categories, which is the kind that keep calling for more securitization, for more safety and more policing and more this and that and more invasions of our freedoms. And then there's the other kind that they keep using to justify this, which is the kind of England fans that you see where they hurl racist crap at black people because they make tiny mistakes, and you're just trying to project your angry, aggressive nationalism into a racist rant against black players. And it's not just them, but it's also any of the kind of the be ungovernable and I don't believe in the state kind of people. And it kind of ruins everything for the rest of us and all the white people in between, which is bigger than I'm making it sound. But it's just annoying. I don't know what's wrong with British society. Why can't we just mellow out, chill, not make a mess in Leicester Square and turn everything over and then realize how much we fucks up, but then ask for loads of securitization and then keep effing up. I mean, come on, it's just use your common sense and just think about who will really suffer from this. Okay, use your brain. Okay, so if you like this video, you want to see more of just me talking to a camera, that's literally what it is, but I've seen other people get famous that way, then yeah, click that subscribe button, share, and like, and links to my social media and any other things I want to share with you are in the description box below. You can see the more details of the study on the YouGov poll. I'm also going to post that, but it's not going to be in that much detail. But yeah, thank you for watching this video.